How to fight fear and anxiety. Fear and anxiety are compelling forces. The fear of losing can drive professional athletes to work very hard. But such emotions can also be debilitating. Sports can take over the life of professional athletes. One day, when their careers are over, they could be lost. Losing their identity and worrying about their future can drive them to self-destructive behavior. The pressure of outside forces, coupled with our own self-doubt and guilt, can paralyze us. In Psalm 3, David was fleeing from Absalom, his favorite son. David was outnumbered by enemies on all sides, and many feared that God had deserted him. They questioned David's authority to be their king, which threatened David's foundation and identity. Let's learn from David's reactions. First, David trusted that God had not left him. God was a shield around him, answering David's prayer from his holy mountain. From God came deliverance. Second, David's glory is from God, not from his army, political power, moral standing, or love of his people and his family, all of which he had lost. It was God who lifted his head high. Similar verses in Genesis 15 show God assuring Abraham that he was Abraham's shield and his very great reward. Despite their imperfections, both Abraham and David were protected in their faith in God's love and mercy. Similarly, we can be God's cherished children, and the Almighty God can be our glory. Because of his trust in God, David did not suffer from fear, anxiety, or insomnia. David's head was lifted high. After all, he was God's anointed king. Third, David focused on God's people. With the king fleeing, the country was likely in chaos. David asked God to strike his wicked enemies and to bless his people. Likewise, we shouldn't think only of ourselves, but think about others. In love, there is no fear. Thus, we must rely on Christ to fight fear and anxiety. He is our protection, and he is also our glory. We shouldn't just think about ourselves, but focus on others as well. We hope you enjoyed that summary of a Tim Keller sermon. For more summaries like this, visit insightfulsermons.com.